Hello, 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 all my beautiful, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to episode number 3 on the Vintage Oaks series. The Vintage Oaks map by Farm Sim Briscoe, good friend of the channel. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we are in episode 3 in the middle of a monsoon rainstorm. So we are going to, I do believe we still have to roll our field over here. We are now officially in debt, everybody. So we are officially $125,000 in debt because we have now upgraded every single piece of equipment that we have to 6 meters, which is pretty cool. We have now, I'll give you a thing. As you see, I left my tractor out. I was moving stuff off camera, which is pretty cool. We are now moved ahead to October, and we are at noon. So from 8 to 12, I usually record at 8 o'clock in the morning, but I went ahead and changed some things. So now we are going to go plow our fields after every cycle. So we're going to harvest it, then we're going to plow it in, then we're going to lime it, fertilize it, and then we have a direct drill seeder. We got now a 7-meter roller. We now have our 7.4 meter thing there, a mower. We now have our 6-meter seeder direct drill. We have a 6-meter windrower, and the only thing I don't, oh yeah, we have the hay dryer. Okay, and then we have the header. We still have the same harvester because I didn't want to go too much in debt. We just wanted to go a little bit, but now we have a 7.5 meter header on that, and we switched out the 20-meter pull behind for the 20-meter tornado. So it just kind of fit better on that the little tractor that we have than the pull behind. Just kind of fit me better. As you can see now with our cows, we have 2,893 liters of hay left, and we are then going to be able to feed them total mixed ration. So we've got one load in here ready to go. As you can see, it is ready, 18,000 already mixed up. Our bunker silo is ready to go. Wow, I couldn't even think about what it was called there for a second. Bunker silo, as you can see, I've been getting it out. We also had to put a weight, the self-made weight on it, and I colored it in the colors that we needed. So many of you guys have, I asked trivia, but nobody answered it with the exception of Russell. He guessed it. So we're going to give our shout out to Mr. Russell Whitlock. Russell, you the man. So the trivia question was, what company took over for the Steyr, or actually bought out Steyr? And it was the Case International, Case IH, and ended up being Case, and to this day, and they kept all the colors the same. So shout out to Russ. He's also a great content creator. He's from New Zealand, so make sure he's over on Valley Springs, and he likes his Fairhead, and he what other map does he like? He likes his Irish maps, and that's the style he plays, which is very much the style I play, which is kind of great. Also, shout out to Van Ham Gaming and Big A and Empty Pockets and all those guys that I watched. Make sure you guys are checking them out. We'll get that out of the way. So let's run down a little street real quick here. We also ended up with 86,000 left in here, and we have 83,000 left in here, which is great. So the rain was supposed to stop at noon, but what happens in Farm Sim, everybody, is that when you if you save it during a rain cycle, it resets it. So we're going to be waiting a little bit, and I do believe that we are ready to go with this. Go splash Simon. Okay, so we've planted soybeans. We've got it. Let's see. We've got it. We mulched it, and then we decided that we wanted to. Let me get that up just a little bit more. The microphone. There we go. We mulched it, then we limed it, then we fertilized it. We put a double application fertilizer down on it with slurry, and so that took care of all the fertilizer. And then we seeded in soybeans. The seeder that we have does not have fertilizer in it, and now we're going to go ahead and roll. So that's where we're at right now. I had to adjust a little bit of my microphone settings, so if it's a little off, we'll get used to it. It reset on me. Streamlabs, sorry as I clear my throat. Streamlabs OBS decided that it was going to update, and when it did, it just reset everything, which is fine. It happens. And I've been having my son come over and help me kind of figure out what I needed to do with the sound and everything. Also, I wanted to point out, I was watching Big A's stream the other day, and he was having the same problem I was having on this. The manure is supposed to spawn here. If you put the manure anywhere else in here, and you will get a trigger for it, it won't produce manure. I brought a loading wagon in and put it literally right inside the door here, and then it started producing it. But I'm not using it on this map, so it doesn't matter. But I noticed he was having problems with it. What else was I watching today? Not too much of anything. I've been kind of busy. So we're going to grab our roller here. We can roll in the rain. We're hoping that the rain stops because we're going to mow. We have to... Actually, you know what? Yeah, because we're going to mow. There we go. Now, as you can see, we also sold the skid loader, and we now have a front loader because I thought, well, on a realistic farm like this, with only one guy running the farm, which is me, I wouldn't have two different pieces of equipment. I'd want to stay in one as much as I could. So that's it. So now when we get ready to harvest this canola field over here, we will literally be in, we'll have a 7.5 meter header instead of the 4. And yeah, we started in August, so we went through August, we went through September, we're into October now. So we're going right along, 3 months in, and we've already upgraded, but we had to take a loan out, which is fine. It's fine. That's what we talked about. We're not in a hurry on this, but let's get this bad boy rolled up, which will give us 100% everything on it. And then when we get done here, hopefully the rain will stop long enough to let's get up a little bit more, long enough for us to start mowing, because our one field that we were at, let's go ahead and start there. There we go. There we go. Perfect. All right. So how's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing awesome, and I hope you guys are doing fantastic, because I am, as usual, I am so glad to be back recording. It was a long 2 weeks, and we are already on episode 3 already. It's great. The views and everything are going well, and I'm not worried about that anyways, but we are just literally putting out a video. Right now it's been averaging every other day, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge you guys for every 50 views that we get on a map, okay, or on a, what's the word I'm looking for? On a episode. For every 50, I will put out one video. So I'm going to let the video ride until we get to 50 views, and when we get to 50 views, then I will put out another one. And if we get 100 views or 200 views, I'll put out 4. And that'll just be the way it is. And that'll be per week. So for every 50 views, once we hit it, we'll put out another video. And if we hit 100, then I'll put out a second video for the week until we get to the point where if we're averaging 100 videos per episode, 100 views per episode, shall we say, then I'll start putting out 7-day-a-week videos. But otherwise, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to worry about it. But it's just a little challenge for you guys. Make sure you guys are also liking and subscribing to the channel and sharing my videos. You may share them anywhere you'd like, just to get more of my name out. We've been averaging right around between 30 and 35 subscribers, or family members as I call you guys, per month, and I'd like to see if we can up that a little bit. Going into winter, I'd like to see us jump a little bit with the channel, but we're going to grow organically. I'm not going to really push it and worry about it and do things like that. We're going to do what we got to do. But so far, the sound sounds pretty good. I got it turned up on my Streamlabs a little bit louder than I normally did, because I want to be able to have the volume of the tractors going up, and I don't want to feel like I'm yelling over it. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay. So far, it sounds pretty decent to me. We'll know better when the video's done, and I'll get ready, and yeah, we'll go from there. So as you can tell, what we've done is we may change a little bit about when we come in. Now, generally speaking, I usually start my videos at 8 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning, depending on what time of the year it is. But I wanted to change it up a little bit. I wanted to come in at like noon. Plus, it was raining. It started raining this morning in game at like literally 6:30 in the morning, and then decided that it was going to continue to rain until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But then I looked again, and it changed again until... it was supposed to be done at noon. When I looked the first time, it was supposed to be 2 o'clock, and then it changed to noon. So we're gonna get this here. There we go. This is a nice little roller. I got this off the In-Game Mod Hub. It's pretty cool. adjust this a little bit more. And as you guys know, with the seeder, you guys didn't watch me do the seeding online, or I did it off camera, but we go around and we turn around and we move our implement in the opposite way so that you can do the headland, so you're not driving too much on the headlands. Generally speaking, though, I probably would roll. If I was going to roll, I would do the headlands last, but since it's farm sim, we can get away with this. It's okay. Like we talked about before, we're not doing things super real. We're doing things super fun, and we want to get through some things. And so this field has been officially mulched, and then it was limed, and then it was fertilized with double application, like I said earlier, with slurry. So it used quite a bit of slurry. It used about 30,000 liters. And then it was seeded, and then here we are rolling. So it's been done, all the stages on it, and we will have 100%. We are not running precision farming, even though I am looking at that TerraLife to look at that. But as we wind down closer and closer with the end of Fs22, I'm not going to add too many more mods. And I want to make a joke too. There was somebody that made a comment on the video, I think it was episode 1, that stated that I'm not as addicted to mods as they are. I must make a joke and tell you that generally speaking, my mod folder has about between 5,000 and 7,000 mods in it, and I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that. I've probably tried, if not had downloaded at one point, pretty much every mod that it's out there. So I just chose, when we started this series, to only load up like 25 or 30 just to make it. Generally, I do that when I play on bigger maps, like 4X maps, so that the computer can all go to performance and not try to load up mods. I also will be uploading my computer. I'm super excited. I've asked Santa Claus, aka my wife, to. I have a 4060 processor, or 4060 graphics card right now, RTX. I'd like to go to a 4090 or the 6000X, but now you're talking big bucks. The RTX 4090 is about $1,300 where I'm at, and that's for my graphics card. And I'm upgrading my processor too. I get about 4.8 gigahertz right now for my processing speed. I'd like to get up in the 5s and possibly 6s. So I don't know if 6s are even possible, but I'd like to see if I can achieve it, because I do multiple things. You know, many times I'm running, and right now I am running 16 gigs of RAM, and I'd like to be able to run 32. So I don't know if I need it for Farm Sim as much per se. I don't need necessarily 32 gigs, but I've always got, like, for example, when you're recording, I've got my game running. I've got my Streamlabs OBS running. I've also got my microphone, my headphones, all that stuff is all running, as well as I've got my browser open as well. So if there's ever things I want to look up, I do have a dual monitor. I have a dual MSI monitor, which is pretty cool. First one is 32 inches by 165 hertz, and my second one is only 27 inches. Also a MSI monitor. 165 hertz, but I use the smaller one for my, when I was live streaming, for my chats. I have a Shure 4700 microphone with a boom microphone on it. I have a Thrustmaster 150 steering wheel with pedals, clutch, shifter. I have pretty much a good setup here. The only thing I would like, if I wasn't going to upgrade the computer, is I'd like the side panel for like doing mining or baling or things like that. So, but that's down the road. That's still like $250 as well. But it's not about the system. And the nice thing about Farm Sim is, if you're only making videos for Farm Sim, you don't need all that stuff. But I play other games. I play other games by myself. I play other games online, and the system that I have is absolutely fantastic for gaming. I mean, technically, you could get yourself on the. It would put you on the moon. I mean, NASA probably runs less computers than I have. Van Ham's got some pretty good one. Actually, Big A's got a decent computer. He's got pretty much the same one I do. As far as graphics cards, he's got a 4060 as well. NVIDIA and RTX are the best graphics cards in my opinion. When you start getting into Radron and AMD, they're more like discount ones, if you know what I mean. So, I mean, do they work still? Yeah. I've always been a big one on, I would rather spend a little bit more money and get what I want than, you know, necessarily. But I remember going, and I think my obsession is because when I first started Farm Sim, I was running a laptop that, phew, I think the processor was less than a 1660. I think it was, no, because the first one I upgraded to was a 1660, and then I went to a 1660 Super, then I went to the 1660 Ti. Those are graphics cards. And then I started with my very first laptop, I think had a Ryzen like 3 in it, I think. It was really like really old, and it didn't run Farm Sim even that good. I could play it and record on it on like low settings, but once I started jacking up the settings, like with mine, I play right now on Ultra, and I usually record in 1440 and then upload in 1080p. But yeah, we've decided that to me, and this is just my opinion, graphics cards are great, but most of the graphics cards that are out there now that are anything worth anything will play pretty much most of the games. It's your processing speed if you want to do other things. Like if you plan on recording and things like that, you need a super high processor. It's very important to have that processing speed so they can keep up. It's also very important to have at least a minimum of probably 16 gigs of RAM. Can you play most games with 8? Yeah. But you tend to bottleneck if you have not enough RAM. You'll bottleneck trying to, like, when I only had 8 gigs of RAM, if I tried to play Farm Sim, record Farm Sim, and open up my browser, it would kind of get all jittery and stuttery and do all kinds of weird stuff. So one of the first things I did when I upgraded my PC, I went to more RAM. I went from 8 to 16, and which is where I'm at now. But next time I'm going to 32, just so that I can have lots of things to do. But yeah, I've been looking up graphics cards, and boy, I tell you, there it goes. Now we can get a couple hours of not annoying rain. Boy, I tell you, that was a long 5 hours, 4 hours in game where it was raining. Whew. And I'm trying to play somewhat realistic, even though we're not really playing realistic. So I'm trying not to like harvest and stuff in the rain and do things like that in the rain. Even though I have seasons turned off, I'm trying to still be somewhat realistic. But yeah, there's a bunch of good maps coming out. Newell Gaming, if you guys want a good review of that map, go over and check out Big A. He had the mod author or the map author on there, Newell himself, and he did a review of the map. There's things like you can tear down houses and sell them, and it's pretty epic, the factories that he has on that map. But anyways, yeah, getting back to my computer story, so that's what I'm planning on doing, and it may be a piece here and a piece there, and I figured it out last night. I got about a little over $5,000 into this computer now, and I'd like to, by the time I'm done, if I get the 4090 processors that I want, that's another $1,300, and if I get the Ryzen 9 processor, that's the 4090 is a graphics card. Sorry, I misspoke. But I want to go to the Ryzen 9 because I have a Ryzen 7 now processor. So I'd like to do that. And the cool thing is my motherboard's pretty decent. It'll run it. I may have to download BIOS for it because it's an older. I only have an MSI motherboard, but it's been running the upgrades. It runs whatever I need to right now, but I will upgrade the motherboard probably to a newer one. So when it's all said and done, it'll probably be another couple grand that I'll put in this computer. But you got to remember, as a content creator, it's still a hobby. I don't make a lot of money at it, but I have to have it because I want to make videos. So when you get into making videos and doing things like that, you want a little bit more beef, if you know what I mean. But you don't have to go crazy. I mean, some of the laptops you get nowadays, holy cow, some of them got 4090s in them. As far as graphics cards go, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I've got a quad core right now, and I'd like to get one with 6 cores in it. Oops, I gotta back that up. I missed that whole section. I mean, I don't know. I don't really need it. There we go. Get that little rolly section there. Up. We'll get this done, and then we'll head over and we'll make some TMR. We'll wait till 2 o'clock. Let's check our cows here. We have 26. I want them to use that hay up is what I want them to do, because if I use the hay up, then they won't eat the TMR and leave the hay. What I'd like them to do is eat that hay up and then put TMR in there. And then I think as soon as we sell and get up to, I think it's 46,000, and I think we might be close to that when we harvest that canola behind us and sell it, then I'm going to buy another 20 cows and get us up to 40. That's what I'd like to do, and that way we can start making money from more milk, more manure, more slurry. Not really worried about manure on this Let's Play. I'm just worried about slurry. I also have my slurry tank that is edited by me, because realistically, in real life, slurry goes fast, but it doesn't go that crazy fast. Like, this field's only about 5 acres, and with the Mesoprep slurry spreader that I have, I could do almost the whole field anyways on one tank. It'd be pretty close, especially at 12 meters wide. And I gotta do this because I missed the spot over there. It's driving me nuts. But this little Steyr tractor is working really, really well. I'm very impressed with it. Where was that spot that I missed? I saw it when I was coming down. Coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. Where was it? I guess it's not here. So, but you can tell that with my graphics, a lot of times when you watch my videos back, especially if I'm time-lapsing, like, you don't see it as much when I'm doing, I'm narrating because it's real speed. But when you time-lapse it, if you watch my videos, a lot of times you can tell when I record in 4K because you'll see the clouds. You'll see the clouds go across the field near, like 90 miles an hour. It's crazy. And that's just because I've got everything cranked up. The only thing I hope that they fix in Fs22 is the reticle. And what I mean by that, many of you know that big, when you get up in the air, you get that big spot, and that's all you can see. I'd like them to be able to open that up and so you can see everything a little bit more, but I don't know if they can because that's view distance. There we go. A few more passes here, and we are almost done. Been going an hour and a half on this field already, which is pretty cool. 22-minute recording time. Woohoo! Oh, now I got to come up with a cool trivia here in a few minutes and try to stump you guys. It's pretty cool. You guys, I was shocked that not many people answered it. I was really shocked. We got about 15 comments on the first video, and I think like 6 or 8 on the next one. And I understand that. You're not forced to comment. Nobody is. Nobody is, but it is nice to interact with you guys. I've been playing this new game. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of it. I downloaded it 2 days ago, and I've been playing this game called Path of Exile. It's a role-playing. It's a top-down view, so it's hard to get used to, but anybody who's ever played like Diablo or vice versa, you would know the view I'm talking about. It's like a top-down. It's like not. It's completely open world. So you can go wherever you want. Like I can go over there and come back, and I can go wherever I want in the map that I'm on. Like it has levels, and you're on different maps, but you can go anywhere you want on a map. So you're not stuck. It's not linear. But the top-down view is really hard, but it's pretty in depth. The skill tree, and you know what's cool about it? It's completely free to play, and it's not pay to free. It's completely free to play. Steam is having a bunch of summer blowouts for their end of the year, and their free games. So I would highly recommend going on Steam or Epic Gaming, one of the two. I do both, and you can get free games and download them and try them, and you get them forever for free. The ones I don't like though is the pay. Like I'm not a big fan of Warzone. I'm not a big fan of that because it's pay to win. Basically, you do microtransactions. I'm not a big fan of 2Ks and any of those games anyways because I do play them, but I don't play them in the sense of too much because I've never been a big fan of that pay to win, and I really don't like it. But I highly recommend going on Steam and checking out some of the games because some of the games that they have are absolutely epic for free. I mean, just absolutely free. I just noticed it's the time of the day. Look at the shadow on the tractor. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. In fact, the sun should be right there, and it is. Oh, look at that. It's like perfect. What a view. What a great map. What an amazing game. As you guys can tell, I'm still super excited to be back. But yeah, whenever that rain happens or whatever, I just will I'll play off camera as best I can and get through the rain so you guys don't have to witness it. But if we were playing super realistic and the rain hit, we'd have been trying to do stuff around the farm, which would have been, that's when you start using manure and you start mucking all that stuff out. But this should give us 100% now. There we go. Yield bonus 100%, growth stage 1. So now let's go, and we have to buy a pressure washer because these tractors are getting ugly dirty. Like ugly dirty. Let's get off of this field here. We've already rolled it. There we go. Look at that. Love it. There. Had to yawn and get that out of the way. I got to stop that now. Hope you guys all enjoyed your Labor Day. I sure as did. Sure as did. Sure as did. I literally did nothing. We still had chores to do. We still had to milk and still had to do the things that we did, but I got through it. And I literally went back in the house and threw my shorts on and stayed in the house the rest of the day. So it was pretty cool. All right, so that field's completely done. We've already mowed and taken care of the other field. Now we're going to move down to go to the next field and start doing that one. That's what we're going to do for the rest of our time. And hopefully we can get the next field pretty much mowed up, and then I will go off camera. That'll be November. And then we'll come back in December and start harvesting. Now, wanted to put a little disclaimer out there. That's not very realistic. When the ground starts to freeze, you would never, ever, 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 ever be able to harvest. Crops wouldn't grow anyways. You would be waiting until the next year because the crops would go dormant during the winter. So, there we go. All right. So it's hooked up to that. One thing I like about this Steyr is when you unhook it from it, it's a pause. It takes a few seconds, and I love it. We also went ahead and when we sold the, what do you call that there? Sold the skid loader. That gave us about $40,000 back. I bought the silo compactor as well because we're going to use the compactor. Now what we're going to do also is if we have an overabundance of TMR, and silage, we are going to be able to sell that. So that'll be kind of cool. We can load it up with our front loader. And we'll head right over. Now, I'm going to go right on down the line here. And go straight across to the field. That's the exit to that field. Get in here. And we got to go around our field. Now, as you see, now, this is already stage 2. I think stage 2 or stage 3 already. Yep, stage 3 already. So next month we could harvest this if we wanted, but we're not. That's why I only have 2 grass fields, because I knew that between that and harvesting. So we'll stay to the outside of this. Head down right over here. There's a bridge that we can go right around. This way we're driving in the meadow, but we're not driving in our grass fields, which is kind of cool. Love the colors on this map. Just fantastic. Right here, there's a bridge. We're going to mow that field right there, right to our right-hand side there. Put this out here. Let the RPMs come up a little bit on it. We'll go to the back. There we go. All right. Here we go. Let's do our first headland. Now, the nice thing about having a grain dryer is we can just windrow this and pick it right up. We could bale it. We can do whatever we want with it. But this, I already drove this field once. Oh, you know what? That's technically hike. Oh, we could have just went. We didn't have to go through that field. That'll connect right back to our road. All right. So that's how we'll do it. That way we don't have to drive through the grass field. Even though we had a bridge across it. Whoops. Not even in the field here. Get back on the field here. There we go. Even though we could mow that right there, want to kind of stay in our field. Nice, beautiful like lakes and stuff. The one thing I'd like to see is if you could get water out of them. There you go. It's not a very big field. I think it's only like 5 acres, if that. Recording this on Tuesday night. Hopefully it will drop on Wednesday, because you guys have hit your threshold. I'm just doing that. I'm not necessarily doing that for any reason with the views and stuff. I'm just doing it for like a game. As we approach the end of Fs22, I just like to kind of see what our videos are doing. We always do pretty well anyways, so... Alright. Let me set my cruise control. Oh, you know what? Gotta get that sped up a little bit. This is what we normally mow at. Whoops. Wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. Oh, I missed that section. I hit the wrong button and I had the speed timed up there. Whoops. Alright, I gotta get this. There. Let's get me back in order here. There we go. Eh, it's my fault. There we go. Now we can kind of cruise around. But what I'll do is when I get to the end, I'll stop. It doesn't like... Now, when you miss stuff, it's your front mower. The only mower that I've ever seen that didn't do that is the Samaz mower, which I should put back in here again and use it. So I think what we'll do, the next, I think that's a mod I'm going to add again, the Samaz mower. It's a triple mower. You can mow around corners and stuff. I think I'll add that, and that'll only raise it. This is 7 point, well, it's 3.5 mower and 7 point. It's like, I don't know. Hang on a second. I'll tell you what it is. It is 4.4 and 3.1, so it's 7.4. So the Samaz mower would only go up to 8.4, so it's only gaining a meter, but it's a triple mower and it mows around corners and stuff. So we're gonna do this here, start playing this game. And I think we'll do that for the next go around, and I really think that I gotta put a silo down too, so we're going to be a little bit more in debt a little bit. So let's get that squared off. This raised up. This raised up. We're gonna go up the top and start working our way down this way. We got to put a silo down too, so we can get that TMR or that silage broke down and put into the. Whether we get it out of there and put it into another bunker silo, which we could do. Which I'm considering, because there's some. Whoops. There's some. There's some square silage bunkers that you can just pick it up and dump it into it, which I'm considering. So it doesn't have to be an actual silo, and it will be cheaper for us to do that. But I don't know where I would put it. I might put it. Take the loading wagon, put that into the barn, and sell that manure storage. And there we go. Sell it manure storage and put a silo there, so we can just dump it right in there, chip away at it, get that done, because right now we're not going to have any place to put this silage. I mean, we technically could put it all in the hay dryer and then put hay into the bunker. We could do that also, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep monkeying around with that if we have to take a little bit loan, but I think that'll be just about it that we're buying at that point. There we go. So it's not going to take that long to get this done, and then we'll come out here and windrow it, and then we will pick it up with our loading wagon. Oops, missed the spot again. And then I'll download the Samaz, and I think we'll upgrade that. We'll put a silo in, and then I think we're done. And then at that point, let's work on getting our loan paid off. Let's work on getting our cows bought with the money that we have. And then we won't have to upgrade again. We won't have to worry about the upgrade until, I would say, probably if we went 3 months the first one, and we'll go another 3 to 4 months, and then we'll think about upgrading to 9 meter, but it'll depend on how much money we have. Because some of these fields, as we get away from our farm a little bit, are pretty decent size. So Because you got to remember, with this side mower and this front mower, we're at 7.4 meters anyways. So it's pretty cool. I'm just glad that rain stopped. It was starting to get annoying. Okay, guys and gals, that's nuts. That's nuts. That's nuts. All right, got a trivia. Got it figured out. Since we're going to be switching, we're going to be switching to the Samaz mowers. What color was the original color of the Samaz mower? What was the original color of the Samaz, S-A-M-A-Z mower combination? And ready. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And your final answer. And yes, that's the Jeopardy theme for many of you who have asked. I've got that. I used to be a huge Jeopardy fan. Any kind of trivia, I'm big on. I'm just huge on it. I like to learn. New things. But we'll get this done. We'll get that next one windrower. And we've already accomplished quite a bit. You figure in an hour, we've already rolled that one field. We're getting ready to finish mowing this second one. We're getting ready to windrow it. And we might be able to get it done windrowing it. So that's why I like it. And that's why I've decided to go the game speeds. We can still teach and we can still be realistic. But we can do it at a timely manner. Like we just feel like we're getting stuff done. And if we don't do something exactly realistic, I can explain to you why. And go from there. Like this 14 or 15 mile an hour speed is absolutely not realistic. Now maybe they can mow at that, but maybe realistically like 10 miles an hour max. But we have the same setup right here at home and on our farm, and we only go about 6.2, 6.3 miles an hour. 'Cause it depends on the size of the hay, depends on the height of it, of the haylage of your grass when you're mowing it. It all goes by the height. Grass that's this size, like this really low right here, you'd be able to whip through this at 14, 15 miles an hour. I also was going to use the chain weight that Russell sent me. He sent me a weight that was a chain, but I was going to use the weight that it was. You had to fill it with liquids, which is really super awesome, like the drum. But I just went with a self-made weight. I figured I'm going to cut out the easy part, or the hard part, I mean. I did look it up, though. I did research it, and I am right now like pretty much one of the only few, maybe 10 or 20 farm sim content creators that are putting out hour videos. Everybody else is between 20 and 40. But unless they're live streaming, then they play for like 4, 5, 6 hours, which is, to me, that doesn't make any sense. But what does anymore? If somebody's going to live stream for 4 hours, you could put out a 4-hour video and you could just do it that way. Put out one per week. You know, scratches the surface, but I don't know. Almost done. We're rocking and rolling. Almost 40 minutes already. Literally feels like 2 minutes ago we just started. Almost wrapping this up. So I'll get that mower. I'll get the silo put in. We could put the silo in right now if we wanted. But I kind of want a bunker silo. You know, I want to be able to dump it from one to the other and kind of like have it that way. But I wonder if we could use that manure storage for silage. I bet you we could. I bet you we could. Bet you it'll let us. When we get back to the farm, we'll try it. We'll put a scoop in there and see what it does. There. So we rolled a whole field. We mowed a whole field. Now we're getting ready to windrow a whole field, and it'll be pretty close. And done. There we go. About 15 minutes. We'll check on our cows again. Oh, I can go this way. I don't have to go through there. I found that out. Let's see how well this works. Because that's the way we're going to bring our windrower. I also need to buy fuel here soon. Man, that red is super deep red on those trees. It's pretty cool. I wonder if you can, like when you're making the map, I wonder if they can pick the color, or does it just do it automatically? Oh, yeah. Is this the way to my farm? Yeah, I guess it is. Awesome. All right, we don't have to, we can drive right down the road, because I think this is my entrance to my farm. Love it. Look at the graphics on the road. Look at this little tunnel. The Tunnel of Terror. Welcome to the Tunnel of Terror. There we go. Yeah, see this? That's manure storage, but I wonder if it'll let me put... we're going to test it here in a minute. This is why I like this mower, because you can keep it straight. Alright, now let's hook the front loader up real quick. I want to test that theory real quick and then get that. I'll get the loading wagon out of there first. And bring the loading wagon. I think we can bring it back here and put it along the wall here. If this works, we're going to try it. It may not let me dump it in there. But that'll give us our bunker silo right there that we can put the overflow in. Then we don't really need a silage thing, because we can make silage and then... let's bring this back here. And put this along the gate. Yeah, our loading wagon at home, I went to move it yesterday, day before. It had like 2.5 inches of water in it. Now, let's go get our stuff hooked up for our front loader and try it. 6 minutes in game. I want to check to see where the cows are at. This is a 2,100 kilogram weight. It's on here. It's supposed to represent what's it called? Their railroad ties in there. There we go. Had to get it on the right piece of implement there. Sorry as I concentrate on stuff. There, now let's see if we can put this in here. Even though it's manure storage, let's see. And then see if we can pick it back up again. Nope. All right, so I don't think we have a bunker silo. How much would that give me if I sold it? Zero. Because it is manure storage. Let's see something here. Silos. Let's see if we can put a bunker silo. Is there a silo extension? Yeah, silos. Here's manure, bunker, 65 grand. 10,000 isn't too bad for this one here. I wonder if you can put silo in it. I think you can put our silage in it. What's this here? Wow, 900 grand. Manure storage and clamp. 75. Look at the size of that thing, though. This one will fit in there nice. This one will fit in here nice. I just hope. I don't know if you can put silage in it or not. So we're gonna do this on camera and see how well this works out. We're gonna try this and see. Well, it's 5 million liters. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Now this should say silage in here, and it does. All right. So this is gonna be our silage, because our greens we're gonna sell outright. This will just be for silage. We can hold 5 million liters in there now. And then we can take this off and we can head over and start windrowing the rest of it. Just want to put one more load in here. Let's check our cows. 2018. Might be tomorrow. Here we go. And then I'll be able to pull there and then right over to the silo. This works out well. So this little American Farm Packs is a multi-fruit silo. I did not know that. There's 4,000 liters in there. And eventually we'll be able to upgrade. So now we're going to put this right here. This is going to work out perfect. Look at that. It gives us a nice little space for our front loader. And we'll put the weight right in front of it so that we can still use the silo if we want. This is nice. Here we go. So we got 4,000 liters in there. We need about, there's 8,000 because we went 10,000 hay and then we went 8,000. So once we get 8,000, we can literally just go back and forth. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now we got a place to clear out that. And then eventually what I'd like to do is upgrade eventually down the road to where we have like a wheel loader so that we can put our silage in there and then we can load up our silage a lot quicker. I mean, I can do it right now. I have one in here that's 25,000 that I got basically when I... Oops, that's not what I wanted, Fury. I needed the windrower, which is in this right there. See, you get talking and you get forgetting what you're doing. Because I think I might... You know what? I'm going to let you guys vote. In the comments section, do you want me to go ahead and spend the 25,000? Do I not have it in here anymore? I have this one. Ooh, that's 150,000. So, what do I got for wheel loaders? It's all expensive because I think when I cleaned them out, I got that one. Yeah. I think. Let's tentatively speak about it. I was going to have you guys vote on it. Would you like me to... Yeah, we're going to have you vote anyways. Let's get in here like this. Like this. And turn the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Would you like me to download a small to medium wheel loader? I think there's the Brandt out there that holds like, I think 10,000, or we can get the we can re-put in the dozer that we have that holds 8,000 instead of 2,000. But I think the Brandt, it's called the Brandt, I think, wheel loader. It's only literally 14,000, I think, for it. So once we get done harvesting over there, we'll be able to buy it. So let me know if you guys want me to do that, because the wheel loader or the front loader is pretty cool, but it only fits 2,000, and we want to be able to clean that bunker out so we have a place to put this. So let me know in the comments if you want me to take out more of a loan and get a big wheel loader, or do you want me to download a small to medium one, because I'll do it. Let me know in the comments, and I'll take care of it. So we're going to go right up here. We're going to turn here, and we got about 10 minutes left, so we'll get this going. Look at this. This is working out well. I didn't even know you could get this way. Teaching me not to draw the drive on the map. Whoops. There we go. Here we go. Now we're the windrowing. 6 meters wide. Yeah, because I got a couple ideas. I can get us, I think it's called the Brantner or Brant. Plus there's the Lieber that is on the in-game mod hub by Black Sheep Modding. We can use a dozer. We can do all that stuff. But I want to have it hold like 10,000 liters if I can. You know. I might have to download an FS Miner piece of equipment, wheel loader. But we'll see. Oh, it doesn't have to hold 10,000 either. As long as it holds at least more than what we got right now. So, it's pretty cool. And you can see that this 6 meter, no, this is 7 meters. It works out where I can literally reach where we mowed. So, pretty dope. There we go. Look at us go. Look at us go. Somebody's windrowing. And then we will come back and finish this up. And even if we have to go into next month, we can, because we have to get those cows TMR, and we have to get more being made. I can also technically put in, I can technically put this all in the hay dryer and then put hay in the bunker silo, which you can do. It's the half dozen one another. There we go. Another one of those gravity-driven windrowers. Working pretty good. Working 9 to 5. Wow, 52 minutes. It's crazy how fast it goes when you're excited and you're talking and you're going right along. That's why I brought back the hour, guys, because it got to the point where, like I said, the first 2 episodes, it wasn't like it was. I mean, don't get me wrong. The 20-minute ones you can get in, get out, get it up on YouTube really fast, but it just felt like I wasn't doing much per episode. Like this episode now, we're an hour, almost an hour in, and we rolled an entire field, we mowed an entire field, and we are windrowing an entire field, all in one episode. So it feels like we're doing more, we're teaching more, we're talking more, we're just interacting more. There we go. Perfect. I'll do one more headland, I think, and then we'll start doing our up downs. Love it. I love it when a plan comes together. This is a great windrower, and this thing only costs $1,300. There, get this connected to this. Now we'll go back and forth right up here. Perfect. Nice. All right. Let's do this. It's funny how it's 7.4, but 7 meters picks it up great. And this doesn't, it only takes like 30 horsepower, if that. Let's get it a little more lined up here. Perfect. So I got to get the mower in here. Yeah, but let me know in the comments, guys, which kind of way you want to go with the wheel loader. That'd be kind of neat. And I think I'll go back and I'll look at my Dark Force because that's where I was using it. And I know that it's only $14,000. Otherwise, we're going to have to take out. We can do any wheel loader you guys want. It's probably as long, like I said, I guess the bottom line is as long as it holds at least 5,000 liters in the bucket. Perfect. This is great. This is working out perfect. Perfect. So it's semi-realistic. It's realistic. Doing things is just, you know, going a little fast. Now, the windrow in real life, you could probably windrow at 10, 11, 12 miles an hour. Those things go right along. All you're doing is raking the grass, basically. That's why it's called a rake. And it's perfect. This is like real smooth. This little windrower is pretty good. This is the one I have in real life. Two of them we have. We have this one. That's one we have, 8 meters wide. And we also have the Pottinger. This one. We have 2 rakes. Oh, about 4 minutes left. See if we can get this, pretty much this field wrapped up. There we go. This is why I probably would have done the headlands last. There. Football season this week, everybody. Going to catch up with us. Next thing you know, we're going to be knee deep into football. I'll be watching my games. Excited. Now, let's go down as I talk amongst myself here. Now, I got to get this grass done, so I'll be probably picking this up really late into the night because of the fact that if we go to the next day, like if we just kept zinging right along and went to the next day, it would be in a growth stage and it's a pain in the butt to figure it out. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Oh, I was already here. We're almost done. Nice. Ooh, about a minute and a half left. So... all right, so we're getting ready to end up episode 3. I believe it's been an hour, guys. Thank you guys for joining me, keeping me busy, keeping me occupied, and giving me company. So on that note, you guys know how it works. Please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you are watching this. And remember, I love you all. And I will catch you guys right back here in a couple of days. I'm going to challenge you guys with the views. See if we can get, for every 50 views, I will put out another video and go from there. And I don't care if we have to drop 2 videos a day because that's the promise I made to you guys. We will also finish windrowing this, finish picking it up, finish... I don't have to fertilize it because I can fertilize it in the first growth stage. So I want to finish picking it up, windrowing it, picking it up, getting it into at least the hay dryer. And then we want to work on getting a wheel loader to start unloading that silage so we can start making, sorry, as I pulled my head away, so we can start making the TMR for our cows. We want to get a couple, 2-3 loads in on that. Because if you look at our cows, They only take 7,000 per day. 18,000 would give us almost 3 full months. So if we put 36,000 in there, that's 5 months worth of food. We won't have to worry. We can just start storing it. We don't even have to mow after that. We can just let it go 5 months. All right, guys and gals, on that note, I'm going to get you guys out of here. And I love you guys, and I really can't wait to make the next video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fury is out.